Hello, hi Tushani. Can you hear me? Yes, and see us clearly.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Hi. So since it's just you, we can start now also if you're okay, or we can wait till 9:30. What do you want to do?
Anything is fine.
Shall I start? Right. Okay, so just to let you know, right? So your things okay. You can unmute and speak, sure, yes. So your questions you can send it on Zoom or you can even WhatsApp it to me. Even if it's a picture, I will copy and paste it onto the whiteboard and we can discuss. So I will limit it to a half an hour, but yes, maybe 5-10 minutes extra is all right. So yes, so today is not the only session. Maybe after today's session, if you still have more doubts, future also I will put in a few slots. You can come whenever you are free. Okay. So yeah, you can put in your questions. Maybe Zoom, WhatsApp, anything. If you send it on
Two
WhatsApp, let me know.
questions for now.
Sorry.
So I only have two questions for now.
Okay.
I'll put it in WhatsApp.
All right. Perfect. So, one, two, one. Okay. So I'll take this one first, and then I'll come to the other. Okay. So this is your first question. The table below presents the total product of a firm. Okay. Total product. MP curve crossing the maximum point of AB curve. The variable cost is 367. Total products can get average products. You can get marginal products. Okay. So in this case, what you have to do is you have to do a few calculations here, right? Now they have given you, right, total product and they have given you labor. Okay. So to this table, you can extend it a little. Okay. So you have variable factor, that is your labor. Okay. And they have given you total product, that's the total output that they make. So in that case, now they have given you some numbers also, right? They have given you some numbers, 1, 2, this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total product, they have given you numbers. That means when one person is working, that person can make 5. When the second person comes, now together they can make 12 units. When 3 people come together, they will make 22. 4 people, 35. Okay, I have to space it out a little. Okay, when 5 people come in, 45. 6 people, 50. 7%, 50. 8%, 42. So now, right, they've only given you variable factor labor and they've given you total product TP and they're asking you about MP and AP. So for that, what you need to do is you need to do some calculations here, right? So we can find average. We'll start with average product. How do you find average product? How do you get
Total
that?
product and output.
Exactly. So you take your total product, right? You divide it by your number of labor units, right? So that means per person in average, how much is he making? Your TP divide by L ideally. Okay. Divide by your variable input. So if that is the case, here 5 divided by 1 is 5, 12 divided by 2 is 6, 22 divided by 3, how much do we get? 7.33. Correct me if I'm wrong, the numbers, I'm not very sure. Yeah, that's space a little bit more. 35 divided by 4 is 5, close to around 8.75. Just check and let me know, I'm not sure. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 50 divided by 6 is 6, 7, 8, maybe 8.33. 50 divided by 7. Somewhere around 7.1 something, if I'm not mistaken. 42 divided by this thing is 5.25, right? Just check the numbers, but I'm guessing it's somewhere close to this, right? And then you can also get your marginal product. Now, how do you get your marginal product? It's your change, right? So remember the equation, right? So I'll just put change here, right? Change in total product divided by, it has to be the triangle. I don't have a triangle here, over the change in labor. Okay. Is the average product calculation okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then this is this. This is this. Okay. So the change in total product. So when it was 0, right? There was nothing there. So you can put MP5 here. When it was 0, variable factor was 0, total product was 0. So when you added the first person, he bought in 5 units. So it's 5. So when you added the second person, the total product increased from 5 to 12. So what is the marginal product then? What's the number I should put there? MP.
7.
Exactly. 7. So here, third person, when I brought in third person, the output of 12 became 22. So the marginal product there is
10.
exactly at 10. So here the fourth person brings in 22 became 35, 13, 35 became 45. So that's 10, 45 became 50, 5, 50 became 50 itself, 0, 50 became 42, a minus 8. Okay, so now what is the question? Okay, when, okay, MP crossing, is there a mistake called? So MP crossing the maximum point of AP. Okay, where is MP? AP. Variable cost is, okay, variable factor is given. Right, you sure this, where did you find this question from? I'll also come there.
I found page
Right, let me think.
paper.
Right, okay, so you have the marginal product crossing the maximum point of AP curve. Okay, so you have, draw a straight line, you have the marginal product cuts the maximum point of AP. So when it cuts maximum point of AP, it's cutting at the maximum point here. So at this point, your marginal product and this is equal. So on the same side, you know, this is your average product. This here is your marginal product. So on the same context of it, you know, there is mirror images. What are the two things that mirror these two?
MP and AV.
MP and AVC, ideal, right? So you have your MP curve, not MP, MC curve, and you have your ABC curve. So when this cuts this should cut this, right? That's how it'll work. Hold on. Okay. So in this case, this is your MC and this is your ABC. Okay. That's how the curves look. Okay. They're saying when the marginal product curve crosses the maximum point of the AP curve, variable cost is, they've given you total product. Variable cost. You can get variable product. Variable cost. Have average variable cost. Okay, but at any point these are not equal as well. No, 5, 5 when MP is falling. I think there is a mistake somewhere in this. One, there is a mistake, and two, there is not enough information also. Now, okay, one thing is this. Can you just recheck if these numbers are right? the marginal product, I think the numbers are okay. Can you see this? 5 divided by 1, 12 divided by 2, that's okay. 22 divided by 3, do we get these numbers? Do we get 7.33 if you have a calculator? Actually, see, I also have a calculator. Okay. Okay, hold on. 22 divided by 3 is 7.33. Okay. 35 divided by 4 is 8.75. 45 divided by 5 is 9. That's okay. 50 divided by 6 is 8.33. 50 divided by 7 is 7.14. 42 divided by 8 is 5.5. Those numbers are also correct. So when this cuts this, okay, one thing that I think there is a problem with the question is when there has to be a certain point, right, where average product and marginal product is equal. But in this question, there is no point that it's equal. This 5 and 5 is there, but this can't be the one here, right? This can't be the point here. It has to be equal when MP is falling. So in this range where MP is falling, where MP hits the peak, from there, between this, right? So between this range, there has to be two values of AP and MP where they are equal to each other. Because when this is cutting this, the AP and the MP is the same, right? Intersecting means that both the values have to be the same. But according to the calculations we have done here, there is no place that it is the same here, right? So now, according to this, what is happening to average product? 5, 6, 7, 8.9. So when average product is at its maximum, that's 9. The marginal product is at 10. MP is still higher. So now see, according to this question, when average product is at its maximum, that means 9 is the maximum value. So when AP is at its maximum, ideally, correctly, what should happen is your MP has to cut AP. So MP also has to be 9, right? So there is a small problem there in the question, but even if they come, let's say, even if it matches, I still doubt if you can find the variable cost. Average variable cost is there. Okay, so you can assume that these two are equal, and no, they have to give you total cost or they have to give you some information. So I don't think this question is complete enough. Did you think of some other angle to do it? Any other angle?
No, sir.
I also can't think of anything. I am pretty sure there is a mistake in the question. Because ideally, if MP and AP are to cut, MP and AP has to be equal, that is 1. And I feel there is a small missing part in the cost aspect of it to come to the variable cost. And this, they are asking you for variable cost. Now, when they are, this variable cost here means the total variable cost, not average variable cost, nothing of that. So I don't see a way of getting this. Let's see if I can eliminate answers and get it. Okay, let's see, average product is at its maximum. Average product is 9. So 9 into 5. 9 into 5 is 45. Variable factor. No, there is not enough information. I don't think you can do it. The second question, shall we move on to that?
Okay, sir.
Sure. Can you send me your other question also? Have you sent it and I have not got it?
Yes, sir.
You have sent it. Mm, I only have one question on WhatsApp. Can you check if it has gone
I'll
to
check,
me?
sir.
Okay, right. I think I had a very similar question in the past paper. This is a old thing that I also took as the old past paper with this. I also took it and I also used it. Okay. So assume that there are only three consumers, namely A, B, and C in the market for good X, and that the individual demand functions are given below. So you have QA, QB, QC. This is a past paper. I should be there this one also. So what is the market demand? One thing is, the market demand is a combination of all the individual demand functions, right? So if you take everyone together, let's say me and you, let's say my demand for a Milo is 10 Milo a month, your demand is 20 Milo. Let's say we are the only two people in the country. So you add both of our demands, you get the market demand. So same way, if they ask you for market demand like this, what you need to do is you need to add all these individual demand functions. So how do you add? You add all these A components, QD equals A minus BP. Add all the A components separately, B components separately, and you can put it. So you can say the quantity demand, let's say the market. Hold on. Okay. So the market quantity demand is the addition of all of those. So I'll just skip few steps. So 1,000 plus 1,004 is 2,400 plus another 2,000 gives you a 4,400. So minus all the B components 10, 14, and 20. That's 24 and 44. Okay. Are you okay with that? The market demand function.
Yes, sir.
Okay, add all the A's and the B's. Then, if the market supply function is 20p, right? What is the equilibrium? So now you have market demand. So market demand, and they gave you market supply. So market demand is what you found. 4,400 minus 4p is equal to your supply is 20p. So you move things around, you get 4,400 equals 24p. So p will equal to 4,400 divided by 24. How much do we get? 4,400 divided by 24. You get this number is right, yeah? 3,400, 34, 44 minus. Sorry, this is not 4p, this is 44p, very sorry, 44p. So then minus 44, when I take on to this side, it becomes a plus 44, it's 64p. How do we get an answer here? 4,400 minus 64, 68 minus 75 should be, no? 44, I'll take it this side. Plus 24, 64, hold on left. So this divided by 64, you get your price is equal to 68.8.7. Right, is that okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm a little worried with why I'm getting a decimal. Did I make an error somewhere? 3,400, 4,400, okay. 34, 44, okay. QD is 4,400 minus 44p. QS is 20p. So I keep the 4,000, I take it to that side, becomes a plus 44, 44 plus 20 is 64. Okay, so I think that's okay. That's the equilibrium. And then they're asking you, what are the quantities demanded by each consumer at the equilibrium price? So now you have three individual demand functions, no? A, B's, and C's. So for Px, you substitute 68.75. So when you substitute 68.75, you will get the answer. So consumer A, what is his demand? His demand will be 1,000 minus 10 into 68.75. So you get an answer. So the B person, his demand, a price, and you need the equilibrium output also. No? So to get the equilibrium output, you can simply, how much is the output? You can take the quantity supplied equation, 20 into P is 68.75. How much do you get? 20 into 68.75, you get 1,375. So this is the equilibrium quantity, equilibrium price. And now we are calculating the individual people's this thing. So individual people, how much do we have? QB is 1400 minus 14 into 68.75. You get an answer there. Then QC is equal to 2000 minus 20 into 68.75. Okay, so ideally, if you calculate get the total of these all, it has to be equal. So 1000 minus 10 into okay, so 1000 minus I can't put brackets and all in this. So can you just you can handle this calculation, right? No problem.
Yes, sir.
Final answer, no problem. So just see the answer that you get, right? You will get 3 answers now. So those are your answers, individual consumers answers. When you add those 3, right? When you add the 3, the answer that you get, see if it is equal to this, the 1375. So if you add all the individual customers, it should be equal to the market output as well. So if it's equal means that means these 3 you have done it correctly. That is that one. Chip.
Yes, sir.
Questions? Anything else?
No, sir.
Yes. So then right now that's it. Then maybe if you have any other questions, we'll meet on a date in the future.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Welcome. See you. Bye.